A big part of the Tamarack Institute is to build the capacity of communities to work together. And so to identify issues that are important, but that are bigger than any one agency can work on alone. We specifically are interested in issues like poverty, crime prevention, early childhood development, the environment.
My key responsibility is to lead the Vibrant Communities Initiative. And so the Vibrant Communities Initiative is a collaboration with cities across Canada that are forming these multi-sector roundtables really focused on poverty reduction. We did a significant amount of evaluation of our progress. We started with the goal of impacting 5,000 individuals. At the end of 10 years, we had in fact impacted the lives of 202,931 individuals and households across Canada.
We came up with 5 things. One is you needed to work comprehensively. The second one was that you needed to start to re-look at the measure. So we looked at moving our thinking from poverty alleviation to poverty reduction. It's very different in terms of our motto was we want less poor, not better poor. The third thing was that you don't solve problems, you harness assets. So you bring together all of the best in your community and you focus it toward a common problem. The fourth one was that it needed to be a multi-sectoral process. It couldn't just be one sector. It couldn't just be the voluntary sector or just government. We needed to work across sectors. And then the fifth one was, this wasn't about solving things. This was about learning together and changing together, which we called learning and change.
At Tamarack, we've really worked on building a community of practice or a learning community. So from the very beginning, our communities were clustered together and they learned from one another. Tamarack's overall mission is this sense of the co-generation of knowledge. And what we understand, or what we've come to understand, is that there's a lot of knowledge that is generated in each of the communities at these collective impact initiatives, but they're sometimes limited to that community. So we really feel like, if you learn from one another, if you see something that's working in one place, how replicable is it in other communities, and how can we scale that success?
As a leader of a backbone organization, what I feel is my primary job is to help everyone in the community that cares about the issue I'm working on, right? To begin to work collectively on that issue. And so I need to, first of all, engage people and get them excited about it. And then somehow we need to be able to get them to translate the common vision into a project, right? Or into the vision of their own organization. And this is where it becomes very exciting, because now we don't just have a common vision, but each organization owns that vision within the context of their day-to-day work. And so then my job as a backbone leader is to help them to be successful. And once I see them working toward the common agenda, I'm trying to make that work as easy as possible.
People with lived experience are critical components of a leadership table, because they bring the urgency of the issue. So in collective impact, one of the 3 preconditions of collective impact that they talk about is urgency of the issue. And we can all talk about the issue of poverty from an academic perspective, but unless we live it, we actually don't viscerally know it. And people with the lived experience bring that to the table. They bring that kind of visceral day-to-day knowledge of the barriers that are preventing them and their families from moving forward. Our approach has been to look at this as a 3 to 5 year campaign, and then to renew yourself after every 3 to 5 years. Having the perspective of a 3 to 5 year campaign allows you to navigate those changes fairly easily, but it also allows you to say, now we need new leadership. And so that builds in some resiliency into the process. And that, I think, for us at Tamarack and at Vibrant Communities has been a really, really helpful way of looking at this work and sustaining our momentum. My biggest piece of advice would be that you have to go slow to go fast. right? You really do have to pay attention in the early days to the conversation about the complex issue that you want to change. And you have to pay attention to the relationships and to really letting people into that conversation. Too often, we only talk to the people that we know. We don't talk to the people that we don't know because we don't know them. And until you bring those people in that you don't know, you're going to have the same conversation that you've had all the time.
Know who you are and what you care about. And then believe that there are others who care about the same thing that you do. And then care about them. Because if they know that you care about them and that they care about what you care about, you can build that kind of relationship that is going to take you both forward. And then you just keep adding.